Okay. I am live on YouTube. I'm trying to get this live here. Okay. I'm just about ready. I'm just trying to make sure. It's going to take me a moment, but I wanted it to share some information with you all. Okay, let's see how this will go. All right. Good evening, everyone. This is Dr. Samuel Lombardo, the CEO and Executive Director of SL Models and Talent Agency LLC, Suave Dance Studios LLC, Lions Potion Productions LLC, SL Photography, SL Casting Agencies LLC, Artist Gala, and our V Smart, the Vocational School Models and Artists. And I am still trying to get some things squared away here, but for the most part, I think we are established. If you're not able to chat, I apologize. I don't know what is going on right now as I have a very important topic that I wanted to discuss tonight. In fact, I didn't even throw a topic on. I'm going to have to do that after I do my live. So, in any case, SL Models and Talent Agency LLC, we are happy that you are able to follow us tonight on evenings SLMTA, and I'm glad that we can help you in the process is getting the funding that you need. This is evening's business news as we will bring it to you live. And I wanted it to share my screen with you now pertaining to SBA regarding the process of the actual government loan. This is relating to the VSO grant, okay? So get ready to hear the information that you need to hear. I am going to share my screen, get that all together. I'm sure everyone that started at one moment or another probably went through this as well. So I'm waiting for that moment where I don't have to do this. Get the platform together. That's why there is editing. Here we go.
Our System for Award Management Entity Registration Training webinar, which provides step-by-step guidance on registering your entity, business, individual, or organization. The System for Award Management, also known as SLMTA. This is the supplement series of webinars to provide information to those also known as SLMTA. Registration exams are required. First,
Now, I want to make this very, very clear, the importance of the Duns and Bradstreet site. So Duns number is the business crediting processing bureau, pretty much like the Experian and the Experian, and then you have TransUnion and Equifax. Well, Duns and Bradstreet has their crediting system as well. And in order for you to get through to the process where it's not going to take you 30 days to get a Duns and Bradstreet number, the shortcut would go to the fedgov.dnb.com and then go ahead and start registering that way. But you will still get that same DUNS number. It is very, very important that you get that DUNS number because it's going to be required in the SAM's registration. Let's go ahead and continue. Okay, here's another important tactic that I want to bring to your attention. As I mentioned in the previous video, you want to be sure that you are keeping everything consistent. You cannot have like a business address that goes to a PO box and then some business like a registrant agent over there and another address. They all have to be consistent, and they normally go with the LLC state registrations, or say your regular, like if you're a sole proprietor, then it would be, under your sole proprietor's legal name and current address. But if your LLC is set up where it looks like there's a virtual office or a PO box, it will not be allowed for this registration. So you're going to have to find a registered agent and then actually amend your LLC, okay, in the state of where it is, so that you can get actual mail in that area. And then and then go and send the information. Your EIN should also be in the same address as your business address. So if you got like an address in Timbuktu for your EIN, but you got like an LA address for your LLC, you could pose a problem. So the first thing they're going to look at, even before they even make the excuse of an EIN, and this is to get a DUNS number, by the way, FYI. Okay, you want to make sure that you clearly have everything consistent. Make sure that all your addresses are there. All right, it is very, very important. This is not something that is, it's not something that is basically gonna be easy. In that last column that you just saw about a minute ago into the video, it was talking about banking information. Yes, you will be actually audited through your banking. So you gotta make sure that your banking is also being consistent. However, there, if you have any questions pertaining to bank accounts, specifically, like say you put money in one account at one point and this was a startup company, and then you end up with a business account later, then that is something that you're going to have to figure out with the SBA when doing business under sam.gov, okay? Because they will not even look at your application for SBA if you're not signed up under sam.gov, just so that you are aware. Okay. Continuing. Oh, and a quick little announcement. So please subscribe at the subscription. Okay, hit the notification bell, and also put a thumbs up if you like this video, if it is informative to you, especially if you are a business owner in the entertainment industry and you actually are a promoter, talent representative, a venue. This is pertaining to you, this kind of business. Talent representative is exactly what it is. So please, definitely, if you enjoy these videos and you need information, go ahead and do that. And also chat in the live chat so that I know that you are here. Just say hello, say something, and I will be happy to reply as time goes on. I'm also live on StreamOn through our Instagram program until we get everything together. So yeah, definitely. And visit us at www.slmta-agency.com, where you can become the next model on our drop-down online model application. Thank you for visiting. Okay, without further ado. Yes, remember, keep things consistent. I want to actually purposely rewind this part so that you can hear this very clearly, because it is very, very important that you understand the percentage difference between what you're expecting from the government versus what you're actually making without government support. Now that this is typically usually something that they will do as a nonprofit claimant, for like endowment of the arts or something like that. But with the pandemic or whatever, they're going to be a little bit more stricter on what you're providing, and they could audit the statements to figure out the difference between what it is that you're making versus that. Which also could also explain why they give you 45% of what you're missing, not 95%. Okay, as what the SBA will award you when it's all said and done. So let me just go ahead and bring it back a little bit for you so that you can hear this again.
Information regarding executive compensation if your entity meets the following two criteria. First, that 80% or more of your annual revenues consist of U.S. federal contracts, grants, and loans. Second, that your entity receives $25 million or more in annual gross revenues from U.S. federal contracts, grants, and loans. Final step of coordinating. You'll complete the points of context. When trying to business, the point contact, scale growth, and grant step registration application process. The government business use will be used by other government systems such as the PACE program and contact. Make sure you have someone with the right knowledge of this registration for both entities. Last step, course of here you can bring in forward. There's your business. You're still applying for a federal transport systems program. Or these businesses will be able to see a formal so that there's the benefits. These are the corresponding to assistance, general support. This is required in 60 days.
And by the way, before I get done with you tonight, I will be locating that. So that way then you have that information, because this is probably going to be their red tape. You know how SBA works on a normal basis. There's always going to be some kind of red tape before something happens, or something that they're going to make something happen. So SAM.gov is going to take care of most of it, but it's always the detail, like the notarized letter that you need, that is basically going to hold the process up before you could apply. So your application, now the whole point of me bringing this video up is to educate you on the process of what happens for VSO grants, the shutter venue grants that they are about to launch. And to be honest, most of this needed to be announced for anyone to get prepared for it. So in a way, I'm kind of glad that they waited a bit to actually introduce the program to get it the application started, because it can take some time. You're talking about, you know, if everything goes well, you're looking at about 20 days, almost a month before you even get this. And then of course, it depends how long you're going to take to get a notarized letter sent out, which is, you can have it notarized, have the letter notarized, scanned, and submit it to the Federal Service desk. So we're going to talk about that Federal Service desk here in a minute. All right. The other thing that I wanted to do, and I need to bring this up right now. I've been watching the live, but I need to focus on this for you guys because it's going to be very, very important. So www.fsd.gov. And normally I have this stuff prepared already, but I wanted it to make sure that we have, I wanted to get all of the done. Search the knowledge base. Okay. And they also have a phone number too, if you want to be in contact with the FSD, 1-866-606-8220. And you can request information that you're looking for via this YouTube illustration for Kayla Bravo 0016652. I don't think this is actually what, okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, B 0016652, because this is going to tell you exactly what you need. SAM requires, let me put me up on the screen so that you can see me actually talking. Okay. SAM requires a notarized letter to give access to new entity administrators. Your notarized letter needs to be on your company organization letterhead and be signed by your company president, CEO, or other authorized signature authority. It also must contain your company organization's DUNS number, contain the old CCR primary and alternate POC's name if you know it. It also must contain the new entity administrator's name, phone number, address, and email address. And again, provide justification for the change, contain this statement above the signature block of your letter, and insert the appropriate names where noted. And it's going to sound something like this. The purpose of this notarized letter is to designate so-and-so administrator as entity administrator for SLMTA, okay? I, Samuel Lombardo, and CEO of hereby confirm that so-and-so of entity administrator is an authorized officer, agent, or representative of SLMTA, or it could be for Samuel Lombardo, depending on if it's sole proprietor or whatever the case may be. This kind of thing, you probably want to get an enrolled agent involved, okay? At least a licensed senior CPA, because otherwise, even if you put yourself in there, it's still got to be notarized by a notary that you have the authority to be your own entity administrator. But in this case, in most cases, when it comes to monies and doing things, your best bet is to get a senior CPA for this kind of thing, or an licensed enrolled agent, so that you can go ahead and make them the administrator for your purposes of, you know, audits or whatever the case may be. So continuing, this letter will authorize Samuel Lombardo to have access to the system for award management. SAM is a computer system managed by the federal government. It is only accessible by individuals who are either authorized to represent a particular entity or by individuals representing themselves. Accessing or using SAM or information contained therein for any unauthorized or illegal purpose may have civil and criminal penalties and may negatively impact the status of the SAM registration maintained on this entity. I, the below sign, attest to the accuracy of all information contained in this letter. And then it has here, please note that the United States federal government does not charge or require any fee in order to be registered into the system for award management, which is in short SAM. Nor does it charge any fee to receive assistance from the federal service desk, which is the help desk that services SAM, the system or award management. If the administration of the company's SAM record is to be managed by a third-party company, include the following. For the purpose of registering with the United States federal government through the online system for award management, SAM, I do hereby authorize John Smith of IRS CPA Associates to act on behalf of SLMTA. This authorization permits John Smith to conduct all normal common business functions with SAM while binding signatory to all actions conducted and representations made as a result of authorization granted herein. I forever hold harmless the United States government, the system for award management, and all associated entities from all action and causes of action, suits, claims, attorney fees, or demands resulting from the authorization granted herein. If the administration of the company's SAM record will not be managed by a third-party company, include the following. For the purpose of registering with the United States federal government through the online system for award management, SAM, I do not authorize any third party to act on behalf of SLMTA. Note, letters omitting either third party authorization or denial will be considered unacceptable. The following notarized letter templates are available to see with creating your notarized letter. They have a template for single entity, template for multiple domestic entities, and a template for international entities. If you are outside of the United States, you may contact the United States Embassy Consulate to get your letter notarized. Submitting notarized letter to Federal Service Desk. The letter must be notarized, scanned, and submitted to the Federal Service Desk, www.fsd.gov. Follow the steps below to submit the scanned notarized letter to the FSD. Note, the new entity administrator must have an individual SAM user account created with the email address provided in the notarized letter in order for the FSD to process your request. Log into fsd.gov, click create an incident, select system for award in the system name field, select SAM, a notarized letter in the issue type field. Number 5, fill out all the remaining fields. Number 6, select the paperclip icon to add attachments and attach your scanned notarized letter. And 7, once you have filled out all the required information, attach your notarized letter, click submit. Okay. So, with that being said, it is another piece. It's like another piece in the process. I don't know what happened there. There's another piece in the process that could hold up your application. So if I were you, I would be putting you as the administrator. Okay, unless you're going to use a third party, but you don't want to just name a third party unless you're accepting a specific person in case if you're not available. So like you could put you into the system, but you'd also want to be sure that, you know, I always go after the enrolled agent because that's the ones that would be doing your quarterly taxes and things like that. Otherwise, you're going to be dealing with them when you got to go through the audit. So why not just, they're more friendlier when you're calling upon them for the assistance, not the other way around, when they actually have to audit you. When it comes to an enrolled agent, just a FYI so that you know that. Okay, let's continue on the video. Okay. Now that I've got that out of the way. All right. So um, it is very, very important first, A, that you are being consistent with all the information that you have. Okay. B, you want to be sure that you are focusing on any syntactical, linguistical, and perhaps grammatical errors, such as an apostrophe going somewhere or a comma going somewhere, depending on how what your business name is and using special characters, etc. That's number two. Number three, you want to be very careful about the process, making sure. I think when it comes to the SVO grant, it is very smart to have a CPA available for you. That's what I recommend. And by the way, I have gotten that video from the SBA.gov site, so you can definitely at your own convenience go ahead back to that video. But I'm going to actually show you step by step how you have to go about applying for all these things that you see in the steps from the video. Because I think for some of you, it's very important to actually have a visual. It will take a while, I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna need some time to do that. But I would highly suggest getting a CPA enrolled agent if you're good that way and you're able to do that. H&R Block have some enrolled agents that are available for you. Enrolled agents are available, at other tax service places. You can even contact the IRS if you needed to, a very worst case scenario. As far as the one thing that I strongly suggest, though, is if you are looking for the help, they are going to be more happier to help you than if the IRS says, hey, we need you to audit, blah, blah, blah. Then at that point, they're not as happy because there's something in question. They need to figure out what it is. So they're going to look at every receipt, every single nick and cranny that they could find, any kind of piece of paper, something about your business, about you and whatever. So be mindful of these different things when you are applying for government assistance, especially through the SVO process, okay, grants. I really appreciate that I was able to help you all out tonight with the grant and to give you a little bit more feedback on that. Um, if you like the video, please like the video, subscribe, hit the notification button, and give me a hello in the comment section below if you are watching right now. I really hope I might throw in some idle grants videos under our business news sector. Our business news is usually set up for the evenings. Tonight for this week, we're going to be doing a lot of practicing to get our the whole entire system up and running. And the only way that we could do it is actually accept it like it is, like we were doing tonight, or to really look a little weird trying to do it during the live, which is not acceptable in this case. So yeah, definitely share with your other families, friends, neighbors. Bring it out there. Also share with other subscribed channels, because especially some of the big hit channels that are talking about assistance, government assistance, be very careful when you're describing this VSO grant, because there is a little bit more to the process. Yes, you can stress out about needing the taxes done, but I'm going to go a step further. You are actually going to need an actual CPA to get these grants. You literally are. You're going to need to get some professional help, because if not, if you're not getting the help that you are getting, you're going to be lost somewhere. And like I told you, one major hurdle is going to be the notarized letter by itself. And that has to be done under the sam.gov before you could even apply. So all this that you were learning tonight has nothing to do with sba.gov. It's everything that you have to set up, because when you go to apply, I'm almost going to say, and this is why I told you that you need to be consistent. You need to remember things like your profit and loss and things like that, the different types of paperwork that is involved in this. And I believe that's why they're giving us ample time. I don't believe it to be anything more than possibly the fact that it is tax season, and they are trying to figure out literally who's been hurt, who hasn't, things like that, because it is a major hurdle that you're not consistent. Like saying that you're showing bank statements of, I don't know, $100,000, and then you go to SBA and you're saying, well, you know, I had a loss of 90. Well, you're going to have to prove that loss if that is the case. And so, you know, there are going to be certain things that they're going to be able to tap into. Like, of course, you're going to need that 4506T, you know, they're going to ask you for that. But this is more or less to get you approved and to get you in the process for actual government assistance. This is thousands of dollars versus a couple thousand, even into the million. I would not doubt that the new restaurant grant will probably end up being in the same way. I'm going to look at the bill and maybe have some business news on that to see. I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with the entertainment industry, but I can definitely help you guys out with that as well. If it is, I'm basically just going to have a 5-minute video letting you know that if you're a restaurant owner, get prepared, do this now, because, you know, it's just not gonna, it's not feasible to wait the last minute. We're halfway through tax season already, and boy, I'm actually busy. I'm not audited, but I'm bringing every receipt that we have because SL Models and Town Agency has incurred some pretty good losses in the past year due to the pandemic. And now we are trying to improve as we became 100% virtual at this point. And we are going to become 60% virtual even in years to come. So virtuality and finality will never take an end, of course, to the SLMTA broadcast. So I'm excited for you all. Again, follow the directions, be coherent, be consistent, be strong, be persistent, and watch what you are doing. Again, like this video, share it, subscribe, hit the notifications button. And if you like this video, send me a hello or something saying that you're there, and subscribe. We are a new channel, so a lot of this, we are building up momentum. So definitely share this along the way as well. We look forward to seeing you again in our next video. We will be back live tomorrow evening at the SLMTA New Face Training. Have a great night.